I'm Kyle Russell, Arkansas Wushu. Welcome to my channel. Hopefully you've been watching the classes. If you have, you know we've been going over yellow belt and orange belt and the Chuan Fa system. So today we're going to go ahead and finish out orange belt. We have to do the form and the kicking set. We've done all the self-defense techniques. All right, so let's go ahead and open up. And we'll start off with a little bit of a warm-up and a stretch just to start off. So let's go ahead and just do 10 circles forward with your hands. And 10 circles back. Legs twice underneath your shoulders. You want to bring your right hand down to your left foot. And then the other side. 10 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, let's put our left leg forward, right leg back. I want to start off with a front jab. Throw 10 of those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Side across. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. From there, let's go ahead and add a hook punch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, let's go ahead and throw an uppercut. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, so we'll drop all that. I'm just going to throw 10 knees on each side, finish our warm-up out, and then we'll start stretching out a little bit. All right, so let's bring the knee up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, remember, go ahead and keep a water on hand. Take a drink whenever you need a drink. I generally don't stop for too long of a break, so it just makes it easier. Let's let's do stretch kicks. Left leg back, right leg forward, keep the leg straight, lift the leg up, and back down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right. So it should be kind of warmed up, kind of stretched out. We'll go ahead and move on from there. Like I said, we're doing form 4, which is block punch form. And we're doing kicking set 1 today. So I'm going to start with the block punch form. Kind of get us more warmed up before we start doing the kicks. So if you've watched class 11 through 13, I think it is, that would have went over yellow belt basics, and that would have taught you your basic blocks. But just in case, we're going to go back over those basic blocks and do each of them 10 times before we move on into the form. So the first thing we're going to do is called an inward block. What we're going to do is we're going to step back, bring this hand up to our ear, make like a half circle into the front of us, bring the fist a little bit past the nose, and then stop. We'll bring this hand up to guard. So step back, inward block. You can also bring it back to the waist. Let's actually bring it back to the waist just for good practice, because that's where we're going to be throwing our punch from in the form. Alright? So go ahead and reach this hand out, this hand up by your ear, step back, curve this hand in into an inward block. And I like to land in sort of a horse stance at about a 45-degree angle sideways, modified side horse. All right, let's do that 10 times on the right side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Alright, so that gets us an inward block. So in the form, what I'm going to do is an inward block, reverse punch, right? So we step back from our inward block, reverse punch. And this is why I like to use that modified side horse. It's because from that stance, it makes it really easy to go into a forward stance or a bow stance. So let's do the first 4 movements of that form. So what we're trying to do is just step out and open up, step back with an inward block, reverse punch. Bring that hand back to your ear and repeat that sequence on the other side. Alright, so we're going to do that 10 times. It's the first 4 movements of block punch form, long form. 1, 'Back up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, so that brings us on to the next movement. After we do our inward blocks, our next set of blocks are the outward blocks. So we'll learn those blocks first, and then we'll do those 10 times. So the easiest way to learn that block, take your right hand and put it down by your left hip, and just bring your other hand across, kind of making that 45-degree angle. Now we're going to step back with whichever hand is on top. So if our left hand's on top, we're going to step back with our left foot. As we step back, this hand's going to pull back to the waist, and at the same time think of grabbing something and picking it up to look at it. Do that in one motion, and you have your outward block. It can also be called an outside block, outward block. I believe they call it an inside to outside block, but I generally just refer that to as an outward block. All right, so let's do that 10 times on the right side, and then 10 times on the left side. And then we'll look at it how it is in the form and work it 10 times within the form, and then we'll add another block. Okay, so I'm going to step back, cross the legs. I kind of like to drop into my stance as I pull back into that block. 1, 2. And notice you can kind of get a circular motion going along with it as well. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, other side. Same thing. Want to step back, cross the hands, block with an outward block on the left side. 10 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, so now we're going to look at it in the form. We're going to look at it first, just adding the next movement, and then want to go through the whole form 10 times as well. All right, so when the form started, we did a right inward block, left punch. Left inward block, right reverse punch. So now from this forward stance, your right leg is going to step forward. You're going to pivot 90 degrees into an outward block. So from this last punch, it's step up and turn and block. Right there. Then we'll want to reverse punch, step back, outward block, and reverse punch. So we'll do that 10 times, starting from this last punch. So 1, step forward, outward block, punch, outward block, punch. 2, block, punch, outward block, punch. Back to a right reverse punch. 3, step up, outward block, reverse, outward block, reverse punch. 4, so a lot of repetitions, but it'll help you get it down. I'll move through it just a little bit quicker. 5, stepping up, 90-degree turn, outward block, reverse punch. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. So now I want to do all the way up to there from the beginning. Do that 10 times. Alright, do it slowly. I'll explain the steps the first time. Step out. Doing a small opening. Bring back, feet together. Step back, inward block. Reverse punch. Step back, inward block. Reverse punch. Step up, outward block. Reverse punch. Step up, outward block, reverse punch. All right, 9 more times. So let's go over one tip every time. That way can help you with these, get this form to look just a little bit better. Okay, so 2. I want you to focus on is keeping the hands tight. One of the things that makes forms look sloppy is having these loose hands that are just kind of flailing in the air and they're not solid in a certain hand position or a certain fist. They're just kind of out there. So we want to avoid that. So we want to keep the fist closed nice and tight through this entire performance. Let's start with that. So 2, open up. Alright, so that felt pretty good. So the next thing I want to focus on is whenever we punch, a lot of people have this tendency to have this lazy hand. They'll only pull it to here, they'll let it be loose and floppy over here. They won't get it solid back on the waist. When this fist comes back, it should be on the hip, resting there. You don't want to let it be loose or just dangle nice and tight, right? So that's the next thing we want to focus on. And let's go ahead and do number 3. And 3. So I'm still focusing on those tight fists. Now I have my hands on my hip every time. So whenever I change, I know this is tight. Good. Alright, so let's add just a little bit more to focus on. Every time we're adding a little bit more to the form, make it a little bit better, a little bit more complex. So we know about the tight fist. We know about pulling our hands back. We're focused on that. Next, let's take a small look at the stances. Let's do it with a narrow stance first. We want to do it with a high stance so it's easy to move. But we want to twist these hips with every punch. We want to make sure that we're not just blocking and punching with all arm, but punching with the hips and the body and pivoting into it. And the way we do that is by bending this back leg, turning, and sort of jumping off the ground as we pivot into that punch, right? So let's make sure we pivot hard on every punch. Okay. Number 4. Good. So I'll come up from there. Now we've got the pivot in there. Let's make those stances just a little bit deeper, because the deeper the stances are, the better the form's going to look. So let's try to go just a little bit deeper in the stances. And 5. Good. So our next goal is to worry about the head height. So like I said, we started deep and we went a little deeper, but we don't want to go up and down throughout the form. So what we want to focus on is keeping the head same height all the way through the form. So we'll bring the stance back up again, pretty high. I'm not worried about perfect stances at all. So we'll keep them up pretty high up here. But we want this head to never change heights. It doesn't go down, it doesn't go up. It stays right at the same level throughout. Alright, so that's going to be our focus for 6. 6. So don't worry about the stances too much. Don't worry about the pivot too much. Keep that head at the same level throughout. Alright, not too bad, right? So now we want to try to go into a little bit more of a stance. Just a little bit of a stance, but still keep all those principles going. Tight fist, all the way to the hip. Head the same level. And keeping a good pivot on the punch while keeping the head the same level. We got all those things going on at once. Alright, 7. Now this first step, our head height's going to change a little bit because we're going from street stance into our fighting stances. So it's okay to have a small change there. Then your reverse punch. And of course, keep that head same level. Don't let it go up or down. Step back, inward block, twist into a reverse punch. Step up, twist, bring this hand up and out into an outward block. And this other hand back tight on the fist, or tight on the waist. Sharp pivot into a punch to the nose. Step back, do it again. Outward block, reverse punch. Alright, we'll begin again. So number 8. So again, we want to make sure to keep the fist tight all the way through. Make sure to kind of all the way back to the hip, not being sloppy here. Whenever we do that reverse punch, make sure to push off that leg and pivot into that punch. And try not to let your head change levels a whole lot. Try to keep one steady level throughout all the movements. And let's do that again. This is number 8. So step out, open. Bit of a level change here because you're going from an upward forward stance into your actual fighting stance. Now your head height shouldn't change anymore. Sharp push into that punch. Bring this back. This is going to be the first part where it's hard not to change the height of your head. And punch. Step up, outward block, punch. Step back, outward block, and punch. Alright. So that again with a little bit deeper of a stance 2 times. So give us our 9 and our 10. 9. And the last one. And 10. Okay, So next we have the upward block. Want to start moving just a little bit faster, try to get through more of this, because this is the long version, not the short version. Has double the length of short form, because it does on both sides. But again, if you watch classes 11 through 13 and watch the yellow belt, those go over yellow belt, and you can learn short form, which will be the first half of this form. So now we've done our outward block reverse punches. After our left reverse punch, our next step is to take our right foot and step over into a high block. Do a high block, reverse punch, step back, block, back, high block, reverse punch. We want to drop down and do that 5 times, and then do the whole form 5 times, and then we're going to add the next bit. So, from the left reverse punch. 1, step over, high block, reverse punch, high block, reverse punch. Again. 2. 3. 4. 5. Alright, now we're going to do the whole form from the beginning. I'll explain it step by step the first time. I'm going to do it 4 more times and go through the form. Alright. 1. Step out, open, step back. Step back left, right inward block, left reverse punch. Step back, left inward block, modified force, reverse punch, both stance. Step up, outward block, reverse punch. Step back, right outward block, left reverse punch. Take your right foot, step over, upper block, reverse punch. Step back, upper block, reverse punch. And that's the end of that. So let's do that 5 times. Okay, let's go. 1. 'Back to the beginning. Sorry, that's actually 2. 3. 4. 5. Alright, so if you notice, our first block started on the right side, but every block since then starts on the left side. So it's left outward first, left upward first, and if we were doing short form, we would do our left downward block, and that would be the end of the form. This is where it changes from short form to long form. It's on this downward block. Because if you remember short form, I'll perform it for you once real quick. Everything's the same so far. Nothing at all has changed. And then in short form, we do left downward block, reverse punch, left downward block, reverse punch, close. Because this is long form, we want to do this whole set again on the opposing side. So instead of doing our left downward block, we'll do our right downward block at 6 o'clock instead of 12 o'clock. Right? So from here, we want to step up left and do a downward block, reverse punch, downward block, reverse punch. And that's why I'm telling you to pay attention to your sides, because you'll notice before everything started on the left side first. So here, everything's going to start on the right side first. Anyways, so let's go over that. Starting from the left reverse punch, step up, downward block, reverse punch, step back, downward block, reverse punch. We'll do that 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so now let's do that whole form together with that part added in. 1, step up open, step back, inward block, reverse punch, inward block, reverse punch, outward block, reverse punch, outward block, reverse punch, upward block, reverse punch, upward block, reverse punch, downward block, reverse punch, downward block, reverse punch. And then we'll begin again. Do that whole thing over. 2, 3, 4, 1 more time, and 5. All right, we're halfway through the form. Good job. Hopefully you've been able to follow along. If you're just tuning in, this is long form block punch form. It's found in Orange Belt in the Chuan Fa system. You'll find it at arkansaswushu.com over in the styles tab. Try to keep the manual over there. I'm trying to slowly add videos to get an online manual for everyone to use. So go over there, follow the page. Hopefully you like what you see. Comment, let me know. If you need any martial arts gear, we've got a store page over there. If you'd like to see us make more and better videos, you can go to the donation page. feel free to make a donation. If nothing else, feel free to hit that like and subscribe button, and let's continue on. So after we do this set of downward block, reverse punch, in our next one we don't move. We're already in reverse punch, so we just bring this hand up and from where we're at, go into an inward block. And then reverse punch, step back, inward block, reverse punch. So we're going to start, let's see, from the right reverse punch after the downward blocks. Just do a left inward block, reverse punch, right inward block, reverse punch. All right. 1, inward block, reverse. Inward block, reverse. Back up. 2, 2, 3, 4. 3, block, punch. Block, punch. 4, block, punch. Block, punch. And 5, block, punch. Block, punch. Alright, so let's do all the way up to there 5 times. Whole form, once again, I'll explain it the first round, and then we'll do it 4 more times, just to follow up and get the practice in. Alright. 1. Didn't really explain it yet. Let's do it again. 2. Step out and open. Step back, inward block, reverse punch. Inward block, reverse punch. Step up, outward block, reverse punch. Step back, outward block, reverse punch. Step over, upper block, reverse punch. Step back, upper block, reverse punch. Step up, downward block, reverse punch. Downward block, reverse punch. Inward block, reverse punch. Inward block, reverse punch. All right, 3 more. 3. Remember to keep those fists nice and tight. 4. And 5. All right, so that finishes out that part of the form. After that, left reverse punch there. I want to step up and do a right outward block. And of course, reverse punch, step back, left, outward, reverse punch. All right. So let's go from the left reverse punch. 1, step up, outward, reverse. Outward, reverse. And let's go back. and the left reverse punch. 2, step up, outward block, modified horse stance, turn to a bow stance with a reverse punch. Step back, outward block, modified horse stance, pivot to a bow stance, reverse punch. All right, 3. Four. And 5. So let's do that form from the beginning all the way up to there 5 times. I'm going to get through it fairly quickly. Okay. 1. 4 more times. 2. 3. 2 more. 4. 'And last one. And 5. Getting so close to the end of this form. Doing these individual steps takes a long time, but it really helps get the form down a little bit better. Alright, so from here, I want to step this leg over and do a right upper block. Punch, left upper block, punch. We're going to finish it out by stepping up to a downward block and punch, step back, downward block, punch, and close. So once again, I'll do the first 2 times slowly, going over step by step, and then we'll do it 3 times at normal speed. Okay. 1, step out, open, step back, inward block, reverse punch. Inward block, reverse punch. Step up, outward block, reverse punch. Outward block, reverse punch. Step over, upper block, reverse punch. Upper block, reverse punch. Step your left leg forward, downward block, reverse punch. Downward block, reverse punch. No step. Inward block, reverse punch. Inward block, reverse punch. Step up, turn to an outward block, reverse punch. Outward block, reverse punch. Step over, upper block, reverse punch. Upper block, reverse punch. Step up, downward block, reverse punch, downward block, reverse punch. And okay. Let's go ahead and do that 4 more times. I'm going to do it fairly quickly. 2. And again. 3. Two more times. 4. Last round for that. And 5. Alright, and that is block punch form. You can find that on our website on wushu.com. Go to the styles tab, Chuan Fa. This is an orange belt. You'll see that there. You'll want to learn short form from yellow belt first. Same form basically, but half as long. Okay, so we've only got a little more than 10 minutes left. We've done long form block punch form. Let's get into kicking step 1. The kicking step 1 I was taught is a little different from the American Kenpo version. So if you learn another version, that's fine. Keep practicing it. But you may get some benefit from this drill as well. So from where I want to start in, it's right leg back, left leg forward in your fighting stance. I want to do a triple kick. So it's going to be a front kick, side knife edge kick, rear kick, followed by a front thrust kick, and then bring this leg over in front and cross cover. Let's do just that kick 3 times. 1, so it's a triple kick, followed by a front thrust. 2, and 3. Alright, so we're on the same kick on the other side. So our leg's already loaded up. Same kick 3 times. 1, front, side, rear, front, and kick. It's a bit sloppy on my part, sorry about that. 2. A little off balance today. And 3. Okay, so that's going to be the beginning and the end of kicking set 1. There's just a couple of wheel kicks in between. So what I'm going to do is start on the right side. We do that whole combination, front, side, rear, front, cross cover. With a round kick, cross cover. Another round kick, another cross cover. I want to end the same way we began. Triple kick, front thrust, and cover. And to keep your balance, it really helps to keep your back straight. Don't let yourself bend over or look down. Keep looking straight forward. Keep the chin up. And it'll really help you not fall over so much. So let's do that kicking set 10 times. 1. I'm not going to kick too fast because we do want to practice balance a little bit. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 3 more. So we're going to do slow, medium, and fast. So 7, I'm going to do real slow. 7. 'Okay, on 8, it's going to be more of a medium feel. Just kind of relax. All right? 8. 9. Let's do that same thing one more time just as a warm-up, because on 10, we want to do it as if we're fighting. All right, so 9, again, medium pace, kind of relaxed. 9. 'Last one, as if you were fighting. And 10. All right, so that is long form, block punch form, and kicking set 1. Let's take a quick look at both of them one more time. Long form, block punch form. And kicking set 1. And that finishes out orange belt. If you haven't been watching this class and the last 3, so probably classes 15 through 17, I believe, maybe 14 through 17, are all covering orange belt. They cover the self-defense techniques in the belt, they cover the forms in the belt, they cover the kicking sets in the belt. You can find a manual, again, on ArkansasWushu.com. Just go to the Styles tab, click on Chuan Fa. This is in the orange belt. If you look at classes 11 through 13 or 14, that'll be it covering yellow belt. Next week, I may do a little Shotokan or something else, or sorry, not next week, but Thursday. Just mixed up a little bit. I've been doing steady Chuan Fa for the last month or so. It's time just to mix it up and get a little bit of something different in there, just to get some good training in. So let's go ahead and stretch out a little bit. Legs twice length of shoulders. Grab your elbows and hang down. Over to your left side. And if you guys do want extra help, I do now offer private video classes through Zoom. You can check that out on my website as well. Just click on schedule a private lesson and you can set everything up over there. Other side. Back to the middle, legs a little further apart. Over to the left side. Back over to the right side. Back to the middle. Walk that out. And look back up at the ceiling. Try to keep your hips on the floor. Go back into a cat stretch. All right, go ahead and relax that a little bit. Have a seat. Stretch your legs out comfortably. Put your hands out as far as you can in front of you. And just try to relax. If you can, relax until your elbows come down and touch the ground. And then try to come over to the left side, keeping your elbow on the ground, over towards your left leg. And then over to your right side. Back out to the middle. Try to go out a little further. Touch the elbows to the ground. Sweep left. Sweep right. And up. Thank you guys for joining me today. I'll be teaching again Thursday at 7. Feel free to join me. Email me at arkansaswushu@gmail.com or send me a message on Facebook if you want to know more, or if there's some questions or something you want me to cover. I'm glad to help you learn whatever you want to learn. All right, let's go ahead and close out for today. Thank you.